In 2017, a 44-year-old Muslim woman from Vadodara, who was employed with an arm of Ministry of Entrepreneurship and Skill Development, was allotted a dwelling in a low-income housing society. She was, of course, overjoyed, but even before she could move in, around 33 residents of that same housing complex wrote to the district collector and other authorities objecting to a Muslim moving into the society, citing the fact that the Muslims are a threat to this particular society. I have with me Aditi Raja, who will tell you the story of this Muslim woman and her search for a house. Aditi, why are we talking about this case now, close to around 7-8 years after this happened?
According to the beneficiary in question, the protest has always been there. She was allotted this home in 2017 uh, through a draw, a housing draw that is conducted as per the process of the Mukhyamantri Awas Yojana, under which this colony has been built. According to the beneficiary, the first protest happened somewhere before the COVID lockdown when she tried to move into the apartment, where the residents had gone and complained to the chief minister's office and asked them to cancel this allotment. But it did not. Their complaint was not upheld, and she recorded a police statement at that time, and the matter, was swept under the carpet. Suddenly, about 3 days back, there was another protest at the same housing colony where a group of residents gathered together and demanded that now that the Disturbed Areas Act is in place in the area, this allotment should be cancelled and she should be instead shifted to some other housing colony of the government in a locality where Muslim community lives in majority. So this new protest came just a few days after she started shifting some of her things into the flat, apparently. And she was telling us that she had also received a call from the society management to pay maintenance just about 2 days ahead of this new protest. Um, and it has been about 7 years since she has actually been allotted the flat, but she has not yet moved in because of these constant protests every time that she tries to shift into the apartment.
You have spoken to the woman. Why is she so persistent about moving into this particular apartment, even after so much of protests and negativity around it?
When we spoke to her, I asked her that question because Vadodara is known for its history of communal clashes, and it is one of the cities where Disturbed Areas Act constantly sees petitions in the High Court, with neighbors objecting to communities moving into each other's neighborhood. She was of the opinion that she has grown up in an inclusive environment. She has grown up in a neighborhood with mixed population, and that is what she wanted to give her son. She wanted her son to grow up not in a ghetto, but in a inclusive society, a housing society, interacting with people with different cultures, and which is why she applied for this particular flat through a government scheme where she was eligible to apply, and therefore she also received the flat as per the process of the draw. Um, but of course, her whole idea of shifting into a inclusive neighborhood has currently been stalled due to the opposition.
Now, Aditi, you have also spoken to her neighbors, some of her neighbors at least, and they had a lot of interesting things to say. If you could tell us firstly, why do they object so much to it?
Baroda is one city where we constantly witness petitions in the High Court being filed by neighbors of families belonging to the minority community who have purchased a property in a particular area where their numbers are low. This particular protest also stems from that feeling of the area now coming under disturbed areas and the fact that she is not already residing there but looking to move right now. So when we spoke to some of the neighbors, of this particular beneficiary, they were of the opinion that they would not like the housing colony to have families from a different religion. In many cases, when Disturbed Areas Act is cited in Baroda, and we have seen several cases go to the High Court from neighbors of minority community families objecting to their move in a particular neighborhood. The reasons that are stated are law and order problems, because Baroda does witness communal clashes off and on in old city, in the walled city area. There is this perception that the two communities cannot reside together harmoniously in a particular place. So the first reason that they state is that if one family moves in, there will be more coming in, and it will provoke peace. It will breach peace. It will lead to law and order situations. In their memorandum, they have also cited that if more Muslim families move into this peaceful neighborhood, which is currently dominated by the majority community, celebrating festivals will become difficult. And they don't want to jeopardize their peace of the days by having another community and fighting with them. Coming to specific neighbors, I specifically also asked some of them whether eating habits was a problem. But they mentioned that many families in the housing society are non-vegetarian, so it is not about food as much as it is about sharing the space with a person of a different belief system.
Moving on, what do the authorities have to say about it? Have they taken any concrete steps?
So this particular housing colony was constructed by the Vadodara Municipal Corporation under the Mukhyamantri Awas Yojana. It is a low income group flat which is purchased by these beneficiaries, as per the allotment system after their names were generated through a housing draw. Now, the VMC at that time has made these allotments based on the fact that in government housing schemes, there is no segregation of communities or, classification of beneficiaries as per religion. When the housing colony was constructed and the draw was conducted, the particular area of Harni was not under the purview of the Disturbed Areas Act that the residents are now citing. The Disturbed Areas Act was implemented in this area in 2022, which is what the Vadodara District Collector has confirmed to us. So having said that, the District Collector also confirmed to us that in government housing schemes, the Disturbed Areas Act does not apply because as per the provisions of the Act is applicable to transactions between two private parties entering into a sale purchase deed. It does not apply to government housing allotments where there is no transaction. So in the current case, the VMC has already allotted the house back in 2018 when the possession was handed out after the draw was conducted in 2017. And the act does not apply as such for the collector to initiate any action against this allotment. Basically, it is now up to the residential cooperative housing society and the beneficiary to sit together and resolve this issue, or the beneficiary should approach the court, to seek orders against the cooperative housing society if she is being physically restrained from entering her property.
The road ahead for the woman is now to seek the help of court, is it?
Yes, she will have to personally petition the court of law against the cooperative housing society if she's being physically restrained from entering. But what it appears to be as of now is just a protest. I don't think, and also, the fact that she told us that she visits her property once or twice, every few months just to, get stuff done or, just to see her property. But she hasn't moved in over there because of the hostile neighbors. At the same time, she is not really contemplating disposing of this property at the moment because it belongs to her and it is rightfully and legally her property. So long as there is no physical restraint and if they can sit across the table and settle the matter, I think it would be the fastest solution for her. But she does have a recourse to a legal remedy.
Okay, thank you for joining us for this discussion, Aditi. Thank you, viewers, for watching this video. To watch more such videos, do subscribe to the Indian Express YouTube channel. Thank you.